Our population has continued to soar even against economic and environmental dictates. Now, one would think that Nigerians would reduce, the rate at which children are born, but that isn't the case. Now, little wonder why 1 out of every 4 African is a Nigerian. Of course, we're the largest black nation, so what do you expect? So, welcome to the show today. It's just a week after independence. I'm sure you enjoyed the public holiday, even though I wasn't a partaker of that. You know the way it is. Once you're into entertainment, you just have to be at work all the time. But media personnel, don't enjoy such privileges. Okay, the name of the show is Video Wheels Lifestyle, and I'm your host, and your baby, Angela. Yeah, the future of a great nation wouldn't be complete without securing that of the child. Don't forget you can join us on www.goldmynetv. We go pay bills. When we come back, we'll talk about our topic for the day. Don't forget, once again, the name of the Video Wheels Lifestyle. You're welcome. Okay, the initial care a child receives is quite important for steady development. Now, naturally, it should come from the mother, or in a metropolitan city like ours, parents are busy searching for daily bread, so they leave their child with their maids or their parents, mostly with the grandmas. Of course, the grandmother of the child, and then she has some traditional beliefs, or maybe we could call it traits, that the child, is subject to. Now, you know what the Igbos call omugo. Yes, that's what we're talking about today. But I'm not sure what the Yorubas and the Hausas call it. So we went out on the street to sample opinions from Nigeria. Do you think it's okay for the parent to surrender their child to, the responsibility of the grandmothers, totally? Like, it gets to a point where, the grandmother has to maybe put a mammary gland in the mouth of the child to ease off crying. We went on the street and then we went to ask people what they felt, and this was what they told us. Enjoy it.
Oh baby, oh baby, oh baby, oh baby. When I wake up in the morning, I see your lovely face. Your cheeks like butter, honey from a teacup.
It's not the best thing surrendering your responsibility as a parent to the grandparent. The fact of the matter is that we had different stages in life. A stage of mine as a parent is quite different from the stage of my mother as a grandparent of my child. So, I being the parent, I will know what is going on presently within the community, within society, to impact on my child. So if I should say I want to transfer the parenting of my child to the grandparent of the child, the grandparent might be out of fashion, out of the system, to the extent that he might not be able to know the best thing for a particular child at a particular period of time. That is it. So, issue of surrendering your responsibility as a parent to a grandparent is a bad habit which should not be allowed in the society.
Well, to my own view and to my own opinion, perspectively, you can see grandparents, they've done a lot from rearing a child. Then before you can now bear your own children again, I don't think they're supposed to shoulder the responsibility of rearing a child again. They're supposed to be enjoying what they have labored for.
Let me first view the negative aspect of it. Giving a child to a grandparent will make the child not really, how do I put it? It will weaken the child in some aspects. In the sense that, from experience, like I earlier said, some parents will, spoon feed the child. I know of a friend whose whose parents, the mother to be, will come to her house. Even when the father would want to send his own children errands, the woman will say, "You are sending them too much." Do you understand? She's the type that spoon feeds children. And I'm not saying you shouldn't spoon feed children, but when the pampering is becoming negative on them, it will have an adverse effect. Do you understand? But it's also good in the sense that for career people, maybe if the couple are career men, the couples are career men and women, Do you understand? You can't give out you go to work, office in the morning, come back late at night. The child not having, the familiarity is not there, not even an acquaintance, to say the fact. Once the familiarity is not there, it will affect the child, it will cause some drawbacks.
It's very, very okay. At least the grandparents will be able to teach the grandchildren some of the culture of some of their culture, and more so if the parents are working class people, they may not have the chance to stay with the kids, with the children, and the grandparent can do that.
Because of you, oh baby, I see me in your eyes. Oh baby, I see love in your smile. You tell me, Gucci, yeah, I understand.
Kò wá òkè láti gbé ẹ̀tọ́ ọmọ tíyàn bí kéèyàn á gbé fún ìyá èèyàn. Ó ṣe nǹkan tó dáa torí pé òbí tó ti mọ̀ pé òun máa jẹun ọmọ, òun máa jèrè ọmọ, dandan ni kó ṣètọ́jú ọmọ tó bí fúnra ara ẹ̀. Ìgbà tí ó ṣe pé bóyá ó fẹ́ máa rìnrìn kùnrin àbó fẹ́ máa ṣaṣẹ́wó kiri, dandan ni kó tọ́jú àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ fún rẹ̀ torí ìyá ti tọ́jú òun, ó dẹ̀ kóun náà tọ́jú ọmọ tí ó bí fún rẹ̀.
Let's say in the past generation, because the generation we are now is quite different from the generation we passed as a kid. Today, comparing with the kind of society we belong to, shifting your responsibility as a parent to your grandparent is not proper. It's not proper because then when we are living with our grandparent, our grandfather, grandmother, the way they brought us up, the trend has totally changed now. Comparing the development in terms of scientific development, discovery with this electronic world that we are passing through. Any parent that says, okay, you or Viola go to grandma and stay with grandma, at the end of the day, you see that there is going to be a line of demarcation on the way Viola will be brought up than when Viola is staying with you as a father or a mother.
I did see bad thing on inviting grandma to come and take care of their grandchildren, but preferably it's better for grandma of the wife to come than the grandma of the husband, because it won't be any problem or any observation of the woman from the grandma.
I see it as arrant nonsense. I've never subscribed to it. Now, you have your children. You should be able to take responsibility over your children. Your parents gave birth to you. They have nurtured you. You should nurture your own children. Now, most of the time when you invite grandparents, you don't invite grandparents anyway. You invite the grandmother. Okay? The grandmother will leave her husband. It's even nauseating. Sometimes they will invite a woman from her husband's home, from Nigeria to America, to United States, to Europe, to come and babysit, to come and take care of their own children, while the man who married the woman till death do them part is there as a tertiary bachelor, not even secondary this time around. It's nonsense. I don't see to it.
Okay, funny stuff. Now, the question I want to ask is, what are the reasons for which parents abdicate the parental responsibilities to grandparents of the child? Don't forget, you're still watching Video Wheels Lifestyle, and you can join us on www.goldmynetv. We had to go back on the streets to find out why this is When we come back, then I'll tell you what my own, opinion is about, the grandparents taking care of the child totally. That is the grandmother especially having to, breastfeed the grandchild in the absence of his or her mother. Watch this.
Having babies, no be joke. You go feed them, you go give them clothes, give them love too. If you never ready to carry the load, why put down for another person?
Number one, we have baby's mother. What I mean by baby's mother is that infant, maybe at a teenage age like 14, 15. You understand me now? So maybe the grandparent might be there, while the mother might be not there. But the reason is she might be in school and they want her to continue her education. So the grandparent might cuddle her child, and started rearing and bearing her, treating her like a queen or like a king.
Nǹkan tẹ́mi rí pé ó máa ń fà láti rìnrìn kúrin ni mi rí nǹkan kan sí jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Torí tí wọ́n yẹ pé bóyá ìta wà lójú obìnrin yẹn, òní wá sọ pé bóyá òun fẹ́ lọ invite grandma òun wá sílé òun kó máa bá òun tọ́jú ọmọ òun. Ìgbà tí ó yẹ pé ó ṣiṣẹ́ ìjọba, ẹni tó bá ṣiṣẹ́ ìjọba ń sìn ẹ̀tọ́ ní kí grandma ẹ̀ wá kó máa bá tọ́jú ọmọ ẹ̀ torí pé iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe kò gbà láàyè láti ṣètọ́jú ọmọ yẹn ni.
Every parent, every grandparent, they see it as a pride, that I'm going to do omogo or something like that. I'm going to take care of my grandchild. It's a pride, and I see it as one of the things, a kind of African culture.
I believe one of the main cause is maybe the working condition of the country. When the father has to go to work, the mother has to go to work. You see, so they believe grandma or grandpa can take care of the wards before their returns.
Some people believe that if their grandma comes down to take care of their children, it will be more better than for ASEP to be taking care of the baby for them. They prefer their mother. They prefer their mother than ASEP, and they believe that their child will gain more from their parents.
Having babies, no be joke. You go feed them, you go give them clothes, give them love too. If you never ready to carry the load.
Breastfeeding the child. When the grandparent the grandparent is not a nursing mother, then she may just do that as well as to ease the tension of the baby or to suppress some things.
Yes, they do. Some people do. They might say maybe when the parent is sick or so, that someone else or a family member or something like that, they should give breastfeed. So they normally do it. But at times, maybe when the parents traveled or as a result of work or something like that, those are the factors that make people to try that very habit. But it's a very, very bad habit.
It happens. What about those there are children who lost the mother even at birth?
It's just like the grandchild playing with the grandma's breast. There is no water in it. It's all these things is just to, I don't know. It's just to catch fun. The grandmother is doing it with joy. How can grandma except no? I don't think that can work now. It's not possible.
Tí wọ́n bá gbé ọmọ sọ́dọ̀ grandma torí mi gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹnìkan bí mo ṣe wà grandma lèmi náà first born mi lóbìnrin ó ti bímọ ó dẹ̀ gbé ọmọ fún mi rí nígbà tí ó bá ti ń yọ mí lẹ́nu tí mo dẹ̀ rí pé wọ́n mọ̀ pé omi ò lè yan nínú ọyàn yẹn mọ́ a máa gbé ọyàn yẹn a máa gbé fọ́mọ torí pé kó má bàa máa dà mí láàmú kó tó di pé ìyá ẹ̀ dé òun ló fàtà fi ń fún ọmọ ní ọyàn títí wa kó tó di pé ìyá ẹ̀ dé.
Well, I've been hearing it, but I don't believe I can allow it because biologically I am from the mother, fine. But biologically, my child is from another blood with me, a different background with me, a different background. How can the mother of my wife breastfeed my child? To me, I will not welcome it.
It's not good. It's not good because the breast they want to be giving their child, and there is no water there again, and it can cause some other thing for the baby. For giving the baby the breast.
That again is very, very unhealthy. It's even inimical to the child's health. Now, the breast they're given is dry breast, and no, it's wrong. Medical science have made us to know that it's not good for the child's health. So those are the dangers of this grandparenting stuff.
Letting children they say insurance for old age. Papa said make we marry, Mama said make we born. Letting children they, but no food to eat, my friend. This kind of life, my so if you love me, you wait for me.
Okay, now let's not get it twisted. Don't say Angela said this. Seriously, grandparents are quite important in the life of their grandchildren. But please, children need their mothers more because there are lots of child issues that the grandparents may not be able to deal with or understand. Reason being that the gap between their generations is wild. So a word to mothers, please step up your games. Don't forget you can join us on www.Goldmynetv. My name is Angela. I'll see you guys in a bit, but until then, be watchful, take cautions, and don't do those things that I wouldn't do. Seriously, you won't even know things I wouldn't do. So I'll see you guys next week.